Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets US Vice President Mike Pence in Singapore. Invites US to make defense equipment in India as it can become a hub of export to the rest of the region. Withdrawal of nominations for Madhya Pradesh and Mizoram Assembly elections ends today. ISRO to launch communication satellite GSAT-29 on board GSLV Mark III from Sriharikota this evening. Nation remembers first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on his 129th birth anniversary. 14-day India International Trade Fair begins in New Delhi. Sri Lankan Parliament passes no confidence motion against new Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. And in badminton, PV Sindhu and Sameer Verma advance to the pre-quarterfinals of Hong Kong Open. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met US Vice President Mike Pence on the sidelines of the ASEAN summit in Singapore today. During the meeting, Mr. Modi invited the US to make defense equipment and set up a defense industry in India as it can become a hub of export to the rest of the region. Briefing media in Singapore, Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale said,
Both sides agreed that there has been a substantial enhancement in our defense relationship, in our imports of equipment from the United States. But Prime Minister in particular stressed that there was a great opportunity for the United States in India in making defense equipment and in setting up defense industry in India.
Mr. Pence also acknowledged that India has made substantial progress economically and diplomatically in regional and international affairs. He also appreciated the strong leadership of Prime Minister Modi. The Foreign Secretary also said both leaders discussed terrorism during the meeting. Mr. Gokhale said,
There was some discussion on the issue of terrorism, and Vice President Pence referred to the coming 10th anniversary of the Mumbai terror attacks, which is the 26th of November, 26/11. In this context, he greatly appreciated the cooperation that had been built between the United States and India on counter-terrorism.
Earlier in the day, Mr. Modi delivered the keynote address at the Singapore FinTech Festival. He said technology is creating boundless opportunities to transform the lives of the people. Mr. Modi said technology is defining competitiveness and power in the new world. He said it is a great honor for him to be the first head of government to deliver his address at the event.
The FinTech Festival is also a celebration of belief. Belief in the spirit of innovation and the power of imagination. Belief in the energy of youth and the passion for change. Belief in making the world a better place. And it is no surprise that in just its third year, this festival is already the world's largest festival.
The Prime Minister said India is a nation of diverse circumstances and challenges, and its solutions must also be diverse. He said India's digitization is a success because our payment products cater to everyone.
Every digital payment saves time. It adds to a huge national saving. It is increasing productivity of individuals and our economy.
Mr. Modi said there is an explosion of fintech innovation and enterprise in India. The Prime Minister said,
There is an explosion of fintech innovation and enterprise in India. It has turned India into a leading fintech and startup nation in the world.
Mr. Modi said the Indian story shows 6 great benefits, which are access, inclusion, connectivity, ease of living, opportunity, and accountability. He stressed on the need for using fintech tools to combat money laundering and other financial crimes. Later, Mr. Modi launched APIX, or Application Programming Interface Exchange, which is a global fintech platform with Deputy PM of Singapore, T. Shanmugaratnam. APIX will eventually connect Indian companies to financial institutions globally. About 30,000 people attended the keynote address of Mr. Modi at the festival. Mr. Modi reached Singapore this morning on a two-day visit to attend the East Asia Summit, ASEAN-India Informal Meet, and the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership RCEP Summit to review the progress made on the negotiations to finalize the proposed free trade agreement. Today is the last day for withdrawal of nominations for Madhya Pradesh and Mizoram Assembly elections. Both states will go to polls on the 28th of this month. In Madhya Pradesh, the full bench of the Election Commission's meeting with district administrative officials to review poll preparedness is underway at Bhopal. The team, comprising Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat and Election Commissioners Sunil Arora and Ashok Lavasa, had held meetings with various stakeholders, including representatives of political parties. In Mizoram, electioneering has picked up for the 40-member assembly. Our correspondent has the details.
While Congress is campaigning on its main pole plank of growth and development, opposition parties are refuting the claims, accusing the ruling party of underdevelopment and corruption. Addressing a press conference, Mizoram National Front MNF General Secretary Zhou Sangliana charged Chief Minister and two other ministers of corruption. Congress rejected the allegations and accused MNF of having contact and pact with underground brew outfits. Irene, AIR News, Aizawl.
For the second and final phase of the Chhattisgarh Assembly polls, campaigning has reached its peak. BJP, Congress and other parties are leaving no stone unturned to win the voters. Meanwhile, 6 people, including 5 security personnel, were injured in an IED blast in Bijapur district of Bastar division this morning. Our correspondent reports that Bijapur is one of the 8 Maoist-affected districts where polling for the first phase was held on Monday.
Maoists triggered the blast targeting a truck carrying BSF team at Bijapur-Bhopal-Pattanam National Highway today morning. The incident took place near Shringar Nala at Mahadev Ghat in Modakpal area, about 7 kilometers from Bijapur district headquarters. The BSF team was returning from the election duty. The injured persons include 4 Jawans of Border Security Force BSF, 1 Jawan of District Reserve Guard DRG and a civilian. Condition of 2 injured Jawans is reported to be critical. The injured persons have been airlifted to the state capital Raipur for better treatment. With K. Santosh Kumar from Bijapur, this is Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
In Telangana, the Congress today released its second list of candidates. With this, the party has so far announced 75 candidates for the 119-member assembly. The second list includes the names of a few prominent party leaders: Dr. Dasuju Shravan Kumar from Kheratwad, Ramesh Rathore from Khanapur, and Vishnuvardhan Reddy from Jubilee Hills. BJP MP from Dausa constituency in Rajasthan, Harish Meena, has joined the Congress. He joined the Congress in the presence of former CM of Rajasthan, Ashok Gehlot, and other senior leaders in New Delhi. This is All India Radio, giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website, newsonair.nic.in. The Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO, will launch the communication satellite GSAT-29 from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre in Sriharikota this evening. ISRO's heaviest ever launch vehicle, GSLV Mark III, is set to inject the satellite into a geostationary transfer orbit after its liftoff at 5:08 p.m. The countdown for the launch started at 2:50 p.m. yesterday and is progressing smoothly. The satellite will increase high-speed communication facilities in the northeast and far-flung areas of the nation. Our correspondent reports that the mission life of the satellite is over 10 years.
This is the second test flight for the rocket GSLV Mark III. Its success today would prove its reliability for commercial launches. For the forthcoming Chandrayaan-2 mission in January next year, the same class of rocket is to be used. The 4-ton class vehicle comprises 3 stages, beginning with the 2 solid strap-on motors on both the sides of the middle stage. The middle stage uses liquid fuel and the upper one is a cryogenic engine. The multi-beam and high-throughput communication satellite GSAT-29 will carry Ku and Ka bound transponders. It also has a few other systems for experimenting with evolving technologies in satellite science. The mission life of the satellite is over 10 years. Jay Singh, AR News, Sriharikota.
Union Minister of Statistics and Program Implementation D.V. Sadananda Gowda today assumed charge of the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers in New Delhi in addition to his existing portfolio. He was assigned the charge of the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers after the demise of incumbent Minister Anant Kumar. The nation remembers its first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on his 129th birth anniversary today. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tributes to Pandit Nehru on the occasion. In a tweet, Mr. Modi recalled Pandit Nehru's contribution to the freedom struggle and during his tenure as Prime Minister. UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi and former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh paid tributes to Pandit Nehru at his Samadhi, Shantivan, in New Delhi. The day is also being celebrated as Children's Day. The 38th India International Trade Fair IITF began at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi today. Culture Minister Dr. Mahesh Sharma inaugurated the annual event, which will continue till the 27th of this month. The theme for this year's fair is Rural Enterprises in India. Afghanistan is the partner country, while Nepal will be the focus country. Jharkhand is participating as a partner state in the event. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Sharma said the fair will provide a platform for all kinds of businesses to showcase their excellence and wide spectrum of services to trade, industry and common men. The Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is providing relief to the farmers of Uttarakhand who often face hardships due to natural disasters. Farmers in Udham Singh Nagar district, which is said to be the rice bowl of North India, had to keep their fingers crossed as excessive or erratic rain pattern leads to crop damage. However, after the launch of the scheme, the farmers are now at ease. Here is a ground report from our Dehradun correspondent.
A farmer based in village Saikinia in Udham Singh Nagar district tells that his paddy crop got adversely affected due to erratic weather pattern. However, he got an insurance cover of 67,000 rupees because he had the insurance under the PM flagship scheme and which ultimately relieved him of stress.
ये मेरे धान की फसल पिछले साल खराब हो गई थी अत्यधिक बरसात होने के कारण और प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना का मैंने बीमा करवा रखा था जिससे कि मुझे 67,748 रुपए प्राप्त हुए और उससे मेरा कुछ खाद का खर्चा निकल आया और ये एक अच्छी योजना है.
The experience of farmer Shyam Singh from village Rajpura was also good. His crop was badly affected due to heavy rain, but प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना helped him to recover.
पिछले साल भी हमारी फसल नुकसान हो गई थी, बहुत ज्यादा खराब हो गई थी, तो हमको पिछले साल अपने खाद बीज का जो खर्चा हुआ था वो मिल गया था 25,000 रुपया.
Maximum farmers of Udham Singh Nagar are getting their crop insurance done. In the year 2018-19, 36,107 farmers of the district have insured their kharif crops through Fasal Bima Yojana. Raghavesh Pandey, AIR News, Dehradun.
The Sri Lankan Parliament today passed a no-confidence motion by voice vote against new Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa amidst protests against the Speaker by MPs supporting the new PM. Supporters of Ranil Wickremesinghe claimed that he is the Prime Minister again, while Mr. Rajapaksa's side asserted the whole process was illegitimate. In badminton, PV Sindhu and Sameer Verma today advanced to the pre-quarterfinals of the Hong Kong Open at Kowloon. Fourth-placed Kidambi Srikanth, Saina Nehwal, H.S. Pranoy and Parupalli Kashyap will play their first-round matches later today. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets U.S. Vice President Mike Pence in Singapore, invites U.S. to make defense equipment in India as it can become a hub of export to the rest of the region. Withdrawal of nominations for Madhya Pradesh and Mizoram Assembly elections ends today. ISRO to launch communication satellite GSAT-29 on board GSLV Mark III from Sriharikota this evening. Nation remembers first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on his 129th birth anniversary. And in badminton, PV Sindhu and Sameer Verma advanced to the pre-quarterfinals of Hong Kong Open. With